What's up, YouTube? I'm going to talk to you guys today about the 3 types of training run that I've kind of stuck to for the last, 15 years. They've served me well. They've helped me become a more rounded runner, well-rounded runner. They've helped me get faster, and they have definitely helped me run longer. I think there's a lot of confusion around what types of workouts we should be doing when we run. We can definitely overcomplicate it. We can, there's 1,000 different pieces of information out there, 1,000 different workouts you could come up with. But if you kind of stick with these 3 as just the foundational elements of how you train to be a better runner, a faster runner, a more well-rounded runner, you kind of cover down on all your bases, and it creates a great foundation. So the first one, the first model is your long, slow distance run. All right, these are really important. You need to get in at least one of these a week. All right, a good long run. I'm going to say for your long run, it needs to be at a minimum of 90 minutes. All right, we're not necessarily looking at distance. We're not going to put a distance on this. We're going to put a time on your long run. So 90 minutes at a minimum to qualify for a long, slow distance run. As you get better, as you progress, these can become up to 4 or 5 hour long runs. Again, we're doing these one a week. As far as the pace, I think probably the best way to gauge your pace is going to be off your heart rate. I don't really wear a heart rate monitor. What I do is I call it I think about just a conversational pace. What's the pace that I can run at, that if I had somebody out here running with me, I could sit here and have a conversation with them and not feel winded, okay? That's usually going to put you somewhere around 140 to 150 beats per minute on your heart rate. You want to stay within that range. During your long, slow distance run, you don't ever want to feel your legs really burning. You don't ever want to start huffing and puffing and feel like you're out of breath. One of the most important things about when you do your long run is fueling during the long run. So you not only need to hydrate, but you also need to have something to replenish your calories or your carbohydrates. And this is what I've been using for the last few months now. It's Ultraformance. It's an intra-workout type of mix, and it's got everything you need in it for your long run. It's got 24 grams of carbohydrates per scoop with 100 calories. So in a soft flask, so I'm going to wear a hydration vest, or I'm going to carry some water bottles with me on my long run, I'm going to put about 2 scoops of this per half liter, all right, or 500 milliliters. So in a soft flask in my running vest, I'm going to have 200 calories and 50 carbohydrates in one bottle. I would usually have 2 bottles on me. If I was going to do a 90-minute run, I would carry 1 liter of water. That's going to give me 400 calories and 100 carbs. And this has some other stuff in it, but it's a great fuel source. If you don't bring something out with you on your long run to fuel you, to replenish your the calories that you're burning over that long run, you're going to freaking bonk, and it's not going to be fun. So make sure you have some hydration and some nutrition out there during your long run. Make sure you use it on your training runs, because you need to figure out if it works for you. There's a lot of stuff on the market today that's not going to sit well with your stomach when you're out doing these long runs. The flavor's going to get old to you, and that's what I like about this Ultraformance from Phorm. The flavor's great. It sits well with my stomach, and it fuels me well during my long, slow training runs and also during my long races. So we'll go in the next style of training run here in just a second. All right, the second type of run that you're going to want to do as a foundation for your training program is going to be a short to medium distance, fast-paced run, okay? One of the things you need to do for your faster, shorter run that you're going to do once a week, hopefully, is you're going to need to change the surface. So on the long, slow run, we try to do all of those on trail. On my faster runs, when I want to go shorter to medium distance, meaning an hour or less, all right, somewhere between 30 minutes and 1 hour, this is the time frame I'm looking for. I want to be on a paved surface or even a track, all right? Something that's going to allow me to run fast and turn my legs over faster, and I'm not necessarily in technical terrain. I don't have to watch where I'm stepping and all that stuff. I want to focus on running fast. Pace on this, it's definitely going to be more than, you shouldn't be able to do this run, this shorter, faster run, and carry on a conversation with somebody running with you. You would want to be at a pace to where it would be uncomfortable for you to talk to someone who's out there running with you. All right? We're not going all out, but we're at that spot where it's like we can maybe get a sentence out or a few words out, and we got to catch our breath. Okay? So that pace is going to look different for everybody. Again, it's not an all-out sprint, but it is a pace that you're going to have to work to maintain for that 30 minutes to 1 hour, even on a nice, flat paved surface. These are super important to work on just building up your cardiovascular strength, your leg turnover. Mentally, they're pretty tough because when you're at that pace that, it's pretty tough to maintain, and you got to hold that pace for a half hour to an hour. It's going to be painful, and it's going to strengthen you, and not only physically but mentally. So this is a really, really important workout in terms of your weekly running regimen. You don't want to do these obviously every single day. You don't want to do these back-to-back days. You just want to hit this about once a week, and you're going to be good to go. All right, guys, the last type of run to build the foundation of your training program is going to be the interval run. It's best if you can do your interval runs on a track, all right? Because the distance is already laid out. It's super easy to get creative with it, to come up with different distances that you want to create for your intervals. And also on the track, you don't have to watch your stopwatch the whole time. If you're out doing your interval run on a road, you're going to want to probably do them off your stopwatch and do them based off of time. One of my favorite interval runs is quarter-mile repeats, all right? So if we're doing this on a track, I'm going to do 10 intervals. So I'm going to do a quarter mile at my fast pace. Now again, this isn't an all-out sprint, but it's dang close to it. It's about just maybe 5 or 10% off the fastest that I could possibly run that quarter mile. I'm going to do a quarter mile lap, and then once I'm done with that, I'm going to do a quarter mile lap really, really slow. You can even fast walk it if that's where you're at. I like to keep just kind of a shuffle pace for that recovery lap. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do 10 fast intervals and 10 slow intervals. If you do that workout, man, it's gonna wear you out straight up. Again, get creative with these. Don't always do the quarter mile interval. Sometimes split it up and make the rest section a little longer than the fast section, or make the fast section a little longer than the rest section. Get creative with it, switch it up. Again, it's going to force your body to make the adaptations that it needs to make in order for you to become a faster runner. But doing these intervals are extremely important for you to develop speed, leg turnover, leg strength, all of the things that are going to help you in your long races, or if you're doing a shorter, faster race, obviously you're going to need to build that speed up so that you can go fast on race day. Interval runs are a lot of fun. I love them because they're not so monotonous. You're constantly changing your pace, your effort, and yeah, I have a lot of fun with them. Make sure you get an interval run in at least once a week, and watch and see your speed on your long, slow runs and your speed on your short to medium fast runs are going to increase if you're hitting these interval runs on a regular basis and you're actually putting the effort in and doing them right, both the fast portion and the recovery portion. So that's going to give you guys a good foundation for how to train to become a better runner. Hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, drop a comment. Let us know what you thought about the video. We love you guys. Enough said.